What's up, everyone? Sag here, and we're going over a new test update for the test server, and this one's kind of a sad one. This means the death of 5 of a kinds if it goes through. Not necessarily the death, but it is going to be extremely hard, and let's go over it. So, new test update, pet, food, toy, I mixed all those words together. Changes are attached and relative to the previous test version. Additional changes reverted level up, so you'll still get a reward for level 2 plus level 2. Change shop, so pets cost 1 gold per duplicate on team. This is the death change to 5 of a kind. We'll go over it in game just so you specifically know what's going on. Change 2-player versus default lives to 6. I don't care about that. I have I have I've been trying to come up with a solution that makes level 2 plus level 2 equals level 3 strategy less efficient. I don't understand why it needs to be less efficient. I suppose with the discover change, yeah, that sort of makes sense. But honestly, I would rather have the level 2 plus level 2 equals level 2.33. I'd rather have that than duplicates costing 1 gold or 1 more gold. The total price increase of plus 2 gold for an extra shop reward might not be enough trade-off, but it is something. I don't like that either. Like, why it almost it already kind of feels pointless to level up, but I do to level 3. Sorry, let me make myself clear. To level 3, level 2 is probably the most efficient thing to get up to. And this sort of makes sense, but I always come back to Battlegrounds when I'm comparing Super Auto Pets to anything because I feel like they're most closely related. In Battlegrounds, when you level up and you get something, it's free. It doesn't cost 3, it doesn't cost whatever gold it normally would cost. You literally get it for free every single time. So it's weird that the reward that you would get would actually be worse for you. It's supposed to be a reward. The reason I really love this solution, though, is that it fixes another overarching issue, that it can sometimes be much more efficient to run multiple copies rather than stacking them, leading to very monotone teams. I sort of understand that, but it is more efficient to run multiple copies because you want level up rewards because they're rewards. You want like, I don't know how much more clear I can put this. You want rewards because they are the rewards. Sometimes it is because the ability compounds on itself, and other times it is just because of poor balancing. Now I can understand how the leveling up is way too good for certain pets like clownfish, jellyfish, anything that has to do with leveling. Clearly, that is just going to overtake everything because of how easy it is to level them up. I personally think that the game is the most natural. I personally think the game is the most natural and fun when going for variety. Duplicates are still possible, it just comes with a price tag. That's the problem, is this price tag is going to be huge. Example, player has 1 level 1 ant on the team. The next shop ant costs 3. They have 1 level 2. Next shop ant costs 3, so same thing. But now if they have 2 level 1 ants, the next shop ant costs 4. They have 2 level 2 ants, costs 4. But if you have 3 level 1 ants, the next shop ant costs 5. That's rough because if you have been following me or Grounded or Flame for a while, sometimes when you're going for the 5 of a kind, say you had those 4, we'll go with ants. So you had those 4 ants on your team. The next ant will cost 6. Sometimes when we get to the final, we are just rolling and rolling and rolling, looking for this last ant or this last pet that we need. And sometimes we get it on the exact number. We have 3 gold left, we get it, we actually win. Now you'll have to have 6 gold. You only get 4 rolls for actually looking for your last pet. And this is what makes me say that 5 of a kinds is dead. It is going to be so much harder. We're talking indescribably harder to be able to get a 5 of a kind. An alternative that might be worth testing is a flat 2 gold price if you have duplicates on the team instead of per duplicate, but it messes a bit more with turn 1 math if you roll 3 of a kind on the first go. And then, so yeah, they have that, talking about that, and then there's just a few other changes here. Change pangolin to 5. If you have a toy, give the nearest friend, yep, Give the nearest friend. What? Why can I not see this? Okay, here we go. Does that show up? Not really. Hold on a second. Give me Discord, please. There we go. Give the nearest friend. So now it's just nerfed a little. Changed Eagle back to tier 5. Now it's a 5-5 from the next shop tier. 5-5, 10-10, 15-15. That makes the most sense. Changed Chicken, so they switched Chicken back again. Give future shop pets of the same tier +1/+1. Changed Microbe to tier 4, and Highland Cow is finally getting the nerf that it deserves. Start of battle, gain 1 trumpet for each 3 health this has. Now that's finally something useful, because it was actually useless to go for a level 3 Highland Cow when you can get a 50-50 Highland Cow and have it level 2. So I like that change. But let's actually get into the game itself. So let's just jump into it, and I'm only going to look for pets that I already have. So pig, those 2 pigs costed 3 gold apiece. Why does this sound so loud? I don't know if that's just me. I'm just going to turn the shop ambience off real quick. And we are going to look for only pigs. So you see that? Now this pig costs 4. Costs extra when the team has duplicates. I mean, we'll still buy it. We're still buying that bad boy, of course. I don't know why the game sounds so freaking loud. Turn that shit down, man. Okay. So we've got 4. Costed 4 gold to buy that. Okay, it won't even show it up to us. Now, the thing that Battlegrounds does that SAP does not, which I think this is the reason they can get away with it, is that there is a pool of pets. You can only, I say pets, pool of characters. You can only get, so many of tier 1 units. Whereas SAP, you can just keep getting infinitely. That's why you can get a full level 3 team. There's chocolate too, even. So that's a bit different for Battlegrounds. And you're also going up against people who share the same pool with you. So now this pig costs 5 gold. Here, let me waste half my turn buying it. Of course, you can combine them together and then lower the cost of that pig, but we're just showing, for example, say I already had, 3 level 2 pigs that were fairly statted. I want to find the last pig before I die, but this last pig will actually cost 6 gold, which is, I would say, unreasonable. I guess honestly, I would rather, if Akuni is going to do this, I would rather just change me back to 2.33. Level 2 plus level 2 equals 2.33. If it's really going to come down to this. Because I think this is worse for the game. Like, straight up, it is the worst change I've actually ever seen. I can't, if I roll one, I can't even buy another pig. Okay. Look at that. That's a 6 gold pig, and we're going to save it, and we're going to buy it next turn. We have just enough gold to do it, but what this does is this wholly stops fish grinding, which was a problem for a very long time in the game, where you would just keep, a team full of fish and just keep buying more and more and more. And honestly, I thought that strategy was interesting. It was an interesting way to play. Now, of course, it became a little too good, which that means you buff or you nerf fish a little. I don't think you fundamentally change the game when a couple of strategies are a little bit stronger. Now, of course, leveling up has always been really strong, but again, that's your reward. It is literally your reward for leveling up, spending your time rolling to look for the pets that you want. Now, of course, you can high roll, but in any RNG-based game, you can high roll. That's just how it goes. So, in my opinion, I would rather it be changed back to level 2 plus level 2 equals 2.33. And on top of that, if you still think that is too good, then just change it to level 2 plus level 2 equals 2.33, and there is no level 3 reward. The problem with no level 3 reward, it already feels kind of useless going for level 3, but I mean, I don't know. And it's like everything that Arcuni said. We're switching. We're gonna switch back to the Discord real quick. Everything that Arcuni said about um in right here, like there's different ways to do it, and I think he picked the worst way. I actually think it would have been better if the price increase for the shop reward was +2 gold. At least that way, you know, you can buy a pet for the turn and you can buy the reward. Now you'd have to sell another pet to be able to buy one more pet because you're using 8 gold already. But it is also very easy to get gold. Another thing that this makes me think of is that just gold units are just going to be better. Like you make things cost more gold. Well, guess what? People are going to use Swan again. Swan is going to be in every single team. You make things cost more gold. It's just that's the way it's going to work. Like, or you do something like this and people are just going to figure out a way to combine pets at like a perfect time, and then you're just going to have veteran players who are even better at the game because of this, and newer players are going to be even worse off because they don't understand how to take advantage of this change. So I don't really know what the solution is, but I think Arcuni is really, really trying to push us towards, because he made a statement. I wonder if I can find it. I wonder if I can find this statement. It's in hot takes, actually. We're gonna look for it real quick. I know where it is. I've seen it because there it was. So I said my hot take. Where was my hot take? Right here. Snail does not deserve such treatment. Of course, people agreed with me. And Arcuni's hot take was level 2 plus level 2 equals 2.33 is a far superior XP system. So it seems like he is really wanting to push us towards this XP system. And he did that by making probably one of the worst changes I've ever seen. And you know what? It worked. It worked. I now agree that this is the far superior XP system. And then, of course, I was joking with Arcuni here. But yeah, regardless of that, I would rather have that change back, and I don't like this new gold change, and that's mostly because of 5 of a kinds. I'm, of course, me, Grounded, Flame. There's a lot of other people who really like running challenges like that because it's fun, it's interesting. It's one of the most interesting ways to play, to actually be able to get a full team of one pet, and now they're like, hey, we don't want that anymore. So it's a little upsetting, but tell me what you think about it. And that'll be it for me. I wasn't even going to make a video today, but I had to after I saw this change. Thank you so much for watching. Politely smack that like button's ass. And you know what? Have a wonderful day.